After the tragic death of Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi in a helicopter crash last month, the country is preparing for a snap election. About 80 potential candidates have already submitted their documents and are seeking approval by a state council. One of the most prominent hopefuls is former President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad. Artist Youssef Jalali has the details.
Iran's upcoming snap election following the death of President Raisi is drawing closer, and the competition is heating up as prominent figures enter the race. Among the heavyweight yet controversial figures is former President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, who is mainly known for his aggressive rhetoric against the West. Ahmadinejad became the president of the Islamic Republic of Iran on August 3, 2005, and served 2 terms in office for a total of 8 years until 2013. His tenure as Iran's president deepened the rift between Tehran and the West to a new level. Ahmadinejad was the first president who spoke out against future relations with the United States. During his presidency, he said the U.S. should apologize for, quote, crimes it has committed against Iranians if it wants a better relationship with Tehran.
For over 60 years, consecutive U.S. administrations have been harassing Iran. They took our oil, they took our wealth, and they destroyed our culture. To those who are saying that they plan to make changes, change means asking forgiveness from the Iranian people and trying to make amends for their black past and for the crimes they have committed against the Iranian people.
His candor definitely did not sit well with the West when in 2010, during his speech at the UN General Assembly, he described the US and European countries as arrogant powers ruled by greed and military adventurism. The US and other Western delegations then walked out in protest when he said most people believe the US government was behind the 9/11 attacks. Ahmadinejad's hawkish anti-Western stance also extended to Israel. His policies toward Tel Aviv was pretty much harsh. On multiple occasions, he said that Iran's duty was to confront Israel.
The U.S. administration is under control of Zionists whose survival is tied to war and bloodshed and plundering the wealth of other nations. Foreigners are trying to promote their dominance over the region and save the Zionist regime. They intend to break down the resistance frontiers of the nations of the region against the Zionist regime.
Despite his harsh tone toward Israel, Ahmadinejad consistently expressed support for Palestine by advocating for an end to the Israeli occupation and recognizing the Palestinians' right to their lands.
The Palestinian problem is a humanitarian one by any standard. The Palestinian people is defending its national sovereignty and its usurped rights. The rights must be restored to those who are entitled to them, including the displaced persons who must be allowed to return to their country. This is the basic right of any human being.
Another thing Ahmadinejad is known for was his steadfast pursuit of Iran's nuclear program, despite the heavy economic toll it incurred due to the ensuing stringent sanctions imposed by the West against Iran. His persistence in driving Iran's nuclear industry significantly altered the geopolitical landscape of Tehran's relations with the Western world, a lasting impact that continues to be felt today. Ahmadinejad once declared that American and Israeli threats to halt Iran's nuclear program would have no bearing on his country's policies.
The Zionists would very much like to strike Iran, but they haven't been given a chance, nor will they be given one in the future. Our objection to the Zionist regime is political and cultural. We do not intend to strike them militarily, since our regime is defensive. They are well aware of our defensive capabilities. They cannot address their problems by means of warfare.
But today, Ahmadinejad's approach to these issues has evolved significantly. He is perceived to have shifted from the stance he held during his presidency. He speaks now about the importance of addressing economic challenges by opening up to the world and building constructive ties with all nations.
I am sure that all the issues of the country will be resolved with the maximum use of national capacities, based on the people's votes and opinions, empathy and collective cooperation, in the light of peaceful coexistence and constructive interaction with the world, and prioritizing the development of relations, especially economic ones, in the international arena.
Currently, Ahmadinejad's potential candidacy remains uncertain, pending approval by the Guardian Council, as he had been disqualified in the two previous elections. However, if he does enter the race, it is likely to cause unease in the West due to all the bad memories they had with him. Despite this, Ahmadinejad enjoys significant support from a substantial portion of Iranian society and stands a high chance against his potential rivals.